Our defense really galvanized the whole team, and I think it's a very difficult to keep that offense out of the end zone, and I think it might have been like the second time Matt Stafford with the Rams had not had a touchdown, or they hadn't scored a touchdown offensively. That's difficult to do. I think the jump off point was third downs. I thought the coaching staff led by Weave did a great job with having a way to attack the guys, and I thought collectively it was the best execution of what we were trying to get done. So it was a very important game for our team. Just to be on the heels of 3 losses, 2 on the final moments of the game, and I think that's something that we can build upon moving forward.
When you get a guy like Zach Sealer back and he makes a play like the one he made the first defensive play of the game, I know you said that the defense really galvanized the team as a whole, but that play specifically, what do you think it did for momentum?
No, I think you go through the week, you're correcting some stuff from the previous game, and I think the guys felt a lot of confidence in terms of where they were building, and then getting a couple guys, key guys back. I think that was a very effective reminder of, hey, we've been doing this without a couple guys, and Sealer is such an important part of what we do. So it was absolutely a momentum capturing moment where guys were fired up to have one of the most important pieces of the unit back on the field and making plays immediately.
Coach, talk about 2 other defensive players, 2 just stone-cold veterans. You got Jalen Ramsey, Glaze Campbell, 2 gentlemen I have the pleasure of talking to tonight. At this portion of the season, trying to get to where you're trying to get to, what does it feel like as a head coach? Now you have 2 guys like that on the other side of the ball that can, they're locker room guys. They perform on the field. They do everything the right way. What does it feel like just to have those 2 guys at this portion of the season going into the gut of an NFL season?
Well, it's monumental for me to have those teammates, where you can lean on those guys to understand what needs to be done, and to help. The best leadership that exists is within the locker room. So, the quality of players, where the things they've done and continue to do in their careers. The teammates can't help but listen and follow suit, so that when you talk about the standard of how you go into a game where your record, you may feel as though it doesn't indicate the quality of the team. It's so important for guys, for the team to be able to execute and show that if they feel that way. So you really need veteran players to really guide you through the adversity in the NFL season, and I think that's paramount. I think that was on display tonight, for us.
Can you assess Tua coming back from those first half turnovers, and did you have to tell him something about not using your head, shoulder, make a tackle?
No, I think the best way to do that is not to throw it to the opponent. These are the moments that I can feel the growth from the 3 years the most, is where something doesn't go well, or something Tua gets so mad at himself and holds himself to a high standard, but he's also recognizing that he's the franchise quarterback of this team. So you can't go too deep into your own self-lashing. You have to lead, and you have to move on from things, good or bad. So I thought he did a very good job of taking those L's, so to speak, and not having it affect his play, as he progressed and moved forward through the game. So I was very happy with that. I would prefer not to have the adversity, but that's not really the case in NFL football. You have to be ready to pick yourself back up and go at it with gusto.
Jalen earlier talked about communication and how effective it was tonight, seeing guys be able to communicate, know where they're supposed to be and whatnot. How pleased were you about the communication on the field tonight versus the last couple of weeks that you guys were on?
Well, it's something that's paramount to to playing defense together the way we'd like to. It's something that has been one of the lead things of focus, since we've got here, and that was a huge part we felt that had been responsible for some of the negative plays that we've been having. So that's all you ever want as a coach is to have your position coaches and coordinators emphasize the right stuff, and then players follow through with the execution of those points of emphasis. So very, very important, especially when you're playing a good team. That's something that we are skilled at doing, and I look forward to guys latching onto that and moving forward. Best assessing and attacking opponents by emphasizing and then executing, which is what that was tonight.
So was it with Tyreek with the wrist? I guess the team decided last night that he could go and then to see him score that touchdown.
No, it's he's a warrior. He's captain of this team, and as good as it gets in this league that's full of star players. So it didn't necessarily surprise his teammates, I don't think, based upon his relationship with them and what he means to the team. So it was you don't know how a person's body is going to respond, but all things equal, Tyreek Hill wills himself to do things that most competitors can't match. So it's one of the reasons that he's great.
Before the season, your teams have never had a losing record. When you're digging yourselves out of a hole like this, do you consider yourself confident that what you guys have established, as a program, as an organization, is good enough to get you out? Is it more hopeful that that'll happen? How would you describe kind of that?
I would say that you have firm belief and from that you don't just create out of thin air. You base it upon the teammates that you have and the type of football you think you're capable of playing. And I think with anyone, you don't have the expected, or you don't have the results that you're kind of striving for. I think you maintain your confidence by taking hard looks at everything you're doing and critically assessing everything you do. What that does is it ends up giving you more conviction in everything you're doing because you've combed it more. I think that's something that is across the board, been very prevalent with this team all season. So I think it's nice that the team has shown it as opposed to just talked about it and I think. I think everyone's very confident because they've been working hard at getting it right. So you feel that much more convicted and invested in all of it.
Concerns for Kendall Fuller, second concussion the same season, and then what happened with Cater Coe, who's a quick evaluation, was able to go back in?
We'll take a look at Kendall for sure. That's obviously. Not ideal in any way, shape, or form. So the most important thing is that we get all the feedback from the experts and make sure that his health is okay, and so that timeline will be open ended for sure as that goes. And then Cater, had a knee-to-knee situation that definitely spooked him. Fortunately, our training staff assessed that there was no looseness or issues with the knee, so he was able to go back in. He's a big part of our defense, and I think one of the reasons why we had an effort that we felt like was more to our standard.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you.